I'll be your one-up girl, girl.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. I've been physically abused in the ear.
Hello everyone. Do you like my shirt? It's pretty sexy, isn't it? I just thought I'd wear it so it expresses what most of the female population are feeling when they look at me. It's hard to find a good man in this world.
Threw up in my mouth a little bit.
It's a good thing 99.95%
I know.
of our viewers are male.
Literally
on this channel.
99. We were looking at the analytics the other day. 99% are all male. This is yeah.
Maybe we need to get a
channel for the ladies.
Maybe we need to get a female host to mix things up.
Well, we've got.
What do you guys think?
We've got one.
To really love a woman, to understand her, you gotta know her deep inside. Hear every thought.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. We are here today to talk about PUBG. Now, you might not have heard of PUBG, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. And that might be because you've been living on the moon for the last 30 years. For those that don't know, it's a big battle royale game where basically you're dropped from a plane onto a giant map with 99 other players, and the last person standing, they win, they get the chicken dinner. They're the winner. Chicken dinner. Okay. The drama that's going on right now is that the game is just released on Xbox, and it's not great at all. In fact, it kind of sucks. You haven't played it on Xbox, have you?
No.
Okay, you played.
I mean, look, I did actually play it on Xbox at the Xbox event that I went to.
Right, you did.
I did.
Of course. That would have been on Xbox One X.
Yeah, it was. Now, when I was playing it, they said this is months ago, and they weren't ready, of course, to release it, but it actually looked like it was running relatively fine there.
Okay,
to be honest, like it did not stick out at me at all that this was like the frame rate was bad or the rendering of the actual textures was not there.
So there's a number of different videos that have surfaced at the moment showing how bad the performance on the original Xbox is. So there's the original Xbox One X, the original Xbox One, okay? And then there's the One X, which is a lot more powerful. The original Xbox, though, is the real problem child. And we'll show you here some of this footage now.
But just quickly, before we get there, like, you'd expect the Xbox One X to, like, run so beautifully because PUBG, I mean, I think its biggest struggle is the fact that it actually has to render such a huge mass.
It's actually less about the rendering, it's actually about calculating the activities of 99 other players.
Fair enough, that's fine, but like, most people that are playing PUBG, their computers aren't as strong as the Xbox One X. Now, I know that most computers out there that are completely decked out are still stronger than the Xbox One X.
So the Xbox One X just has still a fairly limited CPU. That's the problem.
Okay.
It's the CPU is actually the bottleneck on this machine.
I see, okay.
And this is also, just before we get onto that video, all the more painful because this is an Xbox exclusive.
Oh, God.
So, if you're on PlayStation, bad luck, you can't play this game.
But
it's
you can.
unknown.
You can on Fortnite. Fortnite is the same battle royale. It's free too.
Wow, you're gonna trigger a lot of people in the comments. You're like, they're just the same.
You know what I'm
They're
saying,
just
guys.
the same. Console exclusivity kind of sucks most of the time, and this is certainly one of those examples where the developer basically just sold its game to Microsoft, denying PlayStation fans access to that. That sucks. But if this footage is anything to go by, then maybe they're not missing out on too much.
They've dodged a bullet.
Maybe they have. We can have a look at it, and you can see here some of the
what
it looks like that
smooth.
frame rate as someone's dropping in. You can see the textures popping in as he's landing.
God.
You can see here the textures just don't even load, and the frame rate is ass.
Oh my
He's clipping
God.
all over everything. It just looks like the worst thing ever.
It just looks so.
This is like a hallway that he's walked into.
Yeah.
Whoop, there we go. I'm now in a hallway.
Walked into like a door that was not supposed
like
to be there.
PS1. It reminds me of like Soul Reaver from PS1.
It looks like Soul Reaver sometimes.
You want to play that game? Great game.
Great game.
But obviously things don't get any better when actually other players are involved in the mix as well, because if we when we come to that, we'll see.
The whole room doesn't even render.
Oh my God.
I mean, look, it's like...
Here we go, here's another player now. Here we go.
Oh.
This is him trying to fight another player. Just observe the shit fight.
Wow.
It's because it's so lagged and there's so much pop in that he literally can't even target other players. Look at the ground and how it just appears. Look at this guy in the distance. This is the best part, I think. Imagine trying to shoot that. Imagine trying to shoot that. So
look, I mean, that goes on, of course, for another 10 minutes, but we're going to leave the link in the description. Have a look at it.
That was from Crobecat, by the way.
Yeah,
Crobecat. Great YouTubers of that time. Make sure you check him out.
That's right. Now, I think the main thing is, like, is it ethical to actually release a video game on a console that runs like that? I mean...
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
There's no way.
Absolutely
there's a minimum bar where you'd be like, listen, this isn't okay, but like whatever, you just crawled over the bar.
Yes.
You just made it. And then there's this shit.
No, she won't hold. She's breaking up.
Absolutely not. They should have like
Absolute
cancelled.
garbage.
They should have cancelled this version. Been like, guys, we cannot get it to run on Xbox One. We cannot release something that we're not proud of. Therefore, we're only going to release it on the X.
Maybe Xbox, maybe Microsoft would have kind of liked that anyway, because it would have probably increased sales. Of the
I'm
Xbox
sure
One
they
X.
would have, but
probably.
at the end of the day, that's not okay.
It's. I don't think it could be fixed also by some patch. Like, it doesn't look like a patch fix. It looks like a complete overhaul kind of thing.
Yeah,
where
the problem with PUBG is that even on the PC it doesn't run well. Like I have a GTX 1080 Ti and a very beefy processor, and even then the game runs pretty average on my machine, right? We thought they'd do all sorts of optimization work in the background. Turns out that it either hasn't happened, or if it did happen, it didn't happen good enough.
Yeah, well, like you'd expect a game that's this big now to be like, it's like fixed its kinks, you know?
Totally.
But, like, the whole thing is like, it's just not, it's nowhere near it. It's never going to be AAA, of course, you know, but like,
it's going to be the biggest selling game of the year. If
yeah, like
right.
it has the flex power to be like, hey, I'm a AAA game based on how many copies it's selling.
Yeah,
you know, and it's like it's totally ghetto. It's like a game you'd find on Steam that no one's ever heard of, and it's like $3.99. You play it and you're like, oh, okay, well, this is what I paid for.
Lending expert opinion to this is also Digital Foundry. If you've never heard of them, they're actually a YouTube channel / website, I guess, maybe, but they're people who do really detailed technical analysis of games and how they run, observing their frame rates and how their textures are managed and all that sort of stuff. And they've given the game a very, very bad score as well on the original Xbox, saying that it's just
7 thumbs up.
One of the worst ports they've ever seen, in fact.
I would agree with that. 100%.
So
I can't think of anything else that I've seen ported as badly as that.
Yeah, neither have I personally. So look, you know, that is disappointing. But there is some good news though. The developers did decide in this development furor that they would actually make a few improvements to the game. And one of the improvements that they made was that they added camel toes.
Oh yeah, I'm going to be playing this game now.
To the character, to the female characters in PUBG.
Only the female. What about the male? Hello.
That is super sexist. I agree, but
Jesus Christ, assuming people's gender again.
There's only so much development pipeline, I guess, you can work with. You know, there's only so much you can do. The technology just wasn't there for male camel toes.
They can't do all 76 genders. They can't give them all camel toes.
So unfortunately, though, someone spotted it and didn't think it was particularly funny, and then it caused a bit of a stir.
I love how they said, "Yeah, you go." Yeah.
And then the developers removed it straight away.
And then but didn't they say that it wasn't supposed to be? It was an accident.
It was an accident.
I mean, to make an accident in a game, you need to code it.
Yeah.
You know, you need to design it.
An artist needs to draw it.
An artist needs to draw that shit. Like that's not it's not an accident. I reckon they just thought, oh, this will be cheeky. People will love it. It'll probably get a few headlines. It'll probably boost the game sales. No, it didn't. Most people.
I mean, we're talking about it now, so obviously their plan worked.
True.
Talking about PUBG camel toes. I mean, maybe it was their whole plan all along, right? They're like, shit, guys, this fucking port is so bad.
Yes.
We need some new headlines. What do you got? One guy's like, how about we add an expansion? Shut up.
Yeah. Like, how about we give them dildos they can fight with? Yeah, go.
What else?
Someone goes like, camel toes. Done. We're done. It's the camel toe.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. I've been physically abused in the ear.